Hey guys, it's Burgos here and welcome to another Call of Dragons video. Today I'm going to answer to one of the questions that I receive in my PMs under my videos, and this is, hey Burgos, how you get that many speed ups for 8 months? Because yeah, when the city skin for the mages is going to come here, most likely I'm going to have like 3000 days in speed ups. So I'm going to share with you all the places I get my speed ups. There is a places that like 99% don't know. There is a places that I think everybody know. So I'm going to start with the first place, and this is I'm a content creator for Call of Dragons. Now there is something that I do for every game that I play, and I become a content creator. The main reason behind, one of the main reasons is I'm getting rewards based on this that I make content for the game. It can be gems, it can be summons, it can be whatever rewards. Sometimes there is a currency in the game that you can buy some stuffs. I don't want to go over all of the games, and obviously right now there is other question that people are asking me, and this is why I make so many content on Call of Dragons on this channel. Because I make like 2 or 3 videos per day in the past 1 month. The simple answer for this is I was having 4 YouTube channels and I decided to stop play 2 games. So the moment I actually stop playing the specific game, obviously the YouTube channel is going to sit there. I'm not going to produce any kind of content for this game. And this give me pretty decent time slot after I go back from the work to actually go and make some content for Call of Dragons and the other game I play. You can check it out, all the games I play in my Discord. There is a link in the description. So yeah, this is one of the places, and from the Call of Dragons content creator program, there is a specific events where I get some rewards. Obviously, I'm not participating in all the events. I think there is a art event where you can get some gems or maybe some speed ups and etc. But this is something like a little insight of content creator program. It's not only the how to say it, it's not only you get the frame or something like this. There is other things or benefits, if I can say it like this. That's why I strongly suggest people when they, I don't know, this is maybe not a good suggestion, but I think if you're going to play some game and you want to get some extra resources in the game, just make one channel and post videos there. It can be faceless. The majority of the channels are faceless. You don't need to, like me, show your face or something like this. Obviously I'm doing that because I want to train my public speaking and speaking in front of camera, also training my English. I'm not from any country where the main language is English, so I do it for me, the whole this thing, but easily for me I can just take out the camera and continue speaking. So this is one of the places where I get some speed ups and I get some gems. You can go and check it out in Call of Dragons Discord. I think there is a, I'm not quite sure, is it in the announcement? I mean, you have to just check it out, the Discord, and see where there is some competition or some event. You post something there or do something and you're going to receive some rewards. Sometimes the rewards are pretty nice one. So this is one of the places. The second place is if you're doing forts, you're already behind in point of training, because forts you have only 50% chance to receive what you're needing. What I mean by that is you can get building speed up, you can get research speed up, universal and training speed up. Universal and training speed up is going to serve you well, but if you're not looking to open tier 5, maybe you're not going to need the building and research speed up, and maybe it's going to be a good idea just to focus over the Darkling Patrols. They're giving these training speed ups. And if I check my reports, you're going to see now this is from combat points 1720. Here even they write you how much you actually save. I get 228 of these training speed ups, which is like 3 hours. With this one maybe 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours and something is what I'm receiving just for one going out with the CPA points. I think I make some forts, but you're going to see here the things are different. I get like 30 minutes in the research speed up. I don't care about this. Building speed up, research, training is going to serve me well. Again, research, building. So I think the people get the idea. Over the forts, you just not going to receive the speed ups you're needing if you already open tier 5. Now, if you don't open tier 5, forts is the way to go. And I think going for forts is the way to faster open your tier 5, because this is something that I didn't do back in the days, and this is pushing for my tier 5 or saving the speed ups, retraining, training, building, research speed ups. If you push in one moment when you're opening the tier 5, you're going to get decent amount of amount of points from power from the research, power from building, and power from training. This is going to be a huge edge, and if you're smart in this strategy, you can for sure get the city skin. So you're going to open the tier 5 and you're going to get the city skin with the tier 5. This is one of the common strategy I see a lot of people are doing. So the other place that I can actually point is just go for the Darkling Patrus. Obviously there is a other place where I get my speed ups, and this is just by buying stuffs in Call of Dragons. This is, I cannot say the main place where I'm getting my speed ups, but I have the monthly packs here. I'm going to receive like 90 minutes in speed ups, these universal speed ups, and here I'm going to get like 3 hours. So 4 hours and a half every day I'm going to receive in form of universal speed ups for the monthly package. After this, in the daily deals, I buy all the daily deals. So here you can actually see how many speed ups is this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 8 hours of 60-minute speed up. So if 3 days I get the daily bundle, I'm going to get like 1 day in form of speed ups, universal speed ups. I don't think there is a specific training speed ups or something like this. Now you get also gold key, silver key, like 5 silver key and 1 gold key. And obviously when you go and you do some chest opening, let's say with 10 silver keys, sometimes you're going to get some extra speed up, sometimes you're not going to get it. In this case I get only these speed ups that is going to serve me well, but at the end of the day it's also a way to get some speed ups. Obviously from the forts I forgot to mention that, but in the forts you also have a chance to get gold keys or silver keys, but based on the reports I get, this is something extremely rare to actually get. Here we have 1 silver key, and I think it's just 1 silver key. Here we get 10 gems. So yeah, this is the other place that I'm getting my speed ups, and this is by these 2 packs, daily deals and monthly packs. Obviously my daily deals right now I buy them. The main reason behind is I'm very close to, let's say, awake like 3 legions and something for Battlefield, but on top of that I'm also looking for getting more gems. And I'm going to go over the next place where I'm going to get my speed ups, or I'm getting my speed ups, and this is VIP 15. Yes, VIP 15 is going to give you this 24-hour speed ups. It's like 20 per week, so for 1 month it's like 80 days, which is crazy amount, even more, since 1 month is not 28 days. If you have VIP 16, most likely you don't need this guide, because most likely you're some big whale or kraken, but you can also get this 24 hours training speed ups, which is only 10, but still it's like 10 who give you 10. So this is something in extra that you're going to receive, but in general VIP 15 I think is the main place. And in my previous videos I strongly suggest, before people actually start pushing for tier 5, to somehow try to get VIP 15. Just because of this 24-hour speed up is just going to make everything more easy. On top of this, I'm also buying the 8-hour speed ups. I think they also add pretty nicely in this whole picture. Obviously, if I don't buy the daily bundles, I'm not going to have that many gems, because this is gems consuming and it's more like WoW spender guide, let's say it like this, WoW spender to mid spender if you buy the monthly and the daily bundles. So yeah, this is the other place where I'm also getting my speed ups, and maybe this is actually the main place where I'm getting these speed ups, these 24-hour speed ups. Now the other place is obviously going to be an events. Now in events you can get the 60-minute speed up on level 2. Maybe you're having some speed ups. Obviously I'm going to strongly suggest go for the legendary hero tokens. I think it's going to just serve you better, and the moment you take them out you can go with gold keys. Especially these days, not many people have season 1 Heroes Awakened, which is absolutely crazy for like over 2 years playing Call of Dragons. But anyway, there is other events that also come and you can get some speed ups. Here you can get gold keys, but with these gold keys you can receive speed ups. Here you receive some training speed ups. Obviously here no speed ups, but yeah, you get the idea. Just from the events you can get some extra speed ups. Here is mostly building and search speed ups. Now there is another event where I think some people are going to remember this event, but we was having the opportunity to retrain or exchange building speed ups for training speed ups. And in this event I actually put a lot of building speed ups. Obviously there was limitations there, but I put a lot of building speed ups and I make them training speed ups. This is the other thing that I also do, and also give me some good amount of training speed ups. So we already spoke about the events, we spoke about the content creator program, we spoke about some other places. Yeah, the next one is going to be your alliance. Now your alliance, how to say it, sometimes strongly depending what kind of alliance you are. Now if you're in alliance where people are buying a lot of bundles, obviously you're going to get a lot of speed ups. Like right now this is 1 hour speed up. Here is like 8 minutes, 20 minutes, 3 minutes. It's just small things that is add up. Sometimes there's a decent number of speed up, like 8-hour speed up, 3-hour speed up, and etc. This like 1 hour 60 minutes or 60 minutes speed up. Now I can scroll. Here is like 7-hour in speed ups. It just strongly depend also from your alliance. From this type of chest you also can get some extra speed ups, I think, if I remember right, or maybe it's just resources here. I think maybe it's just only the resources here, but yeah, here is just only our resources. Other place you can go, I spent a decent amount of this speed ups there. As you can see, I just buy like 10 and this like 30k of these alliance coins. The game actually reduced the amount that we're spending over the migrational permit, which was like 400k. After this was 300k, and right now it's 100k. 100k is easy to be get it, but 400 back in the days I was non-stop have to build something to receive coins just to be able to buy this item. We're not talking about, you know, getting this item, getting all these items or something like this, something like huge spending. No, we're talking about only getting this migrational permit. I think some people remember the struggles just to get this one. Now obviously from the merit shop you can also get some speed ups. I start actually buying this regenerational potion, by the way. The reason behind is I can actually get, right now we're not having some fights here, but maybe I'm going to farm some mana to actually get this spell, this extremely valuable spell. And also cost a lot, by the way, it's also cost a lot. But yeah, this is the other place where I'm also getting my speed ups. This is the main places that you can actually get speed ups. Now from here you can get some more speed ups maybe. As you can see here, you can get silver key that can translate in speed ups. Again, silver key. Here you can, okay, here we don't have speed ups, but yeah, you get the idea. It's just this is a new feature in Call of Dragons, but still I think it's a nice place where you can get some extra speed ups. So slowly everything that you gather, stockpile, and at one point where the event that you're targeting for over like 6 months or like 8 months, in my case is 8 months, when the event come, yes, Krakens can go crazy, but you're going to have decent chance. You're going to have decent chance to actually achieve what you're looking for. And I think this is what Call of Dragons is all about, because I see in the Discord especially people are like, oh my god, Burgas. And this is the reason I'm making this video, just sharing with you from where I'm getting my speed ups and how you can actually achieve the same. Maybe the only difference that everybody is having between me and them is obviously in what kind of alliance you are. So here is going to be different, you know. Some alliances is going to buy more bundles and etc. So, you know, you cannot have exactly the same like me, but everything else can be the same from point of getting the rest of the speed ups. Now some people may say the content creator program, but I think everybody, and lately I see a lot of people make Call of Dragons channels and they can actually receive these rewards. Now obviously it's going to increase my competition, but I don't care. I do this channel for fun in general, and more people in Call of Dragons is just going to bring more eyes over this game. So far from all of the games I play, Call of Dragons is one of the best kingdom building games. So yeah, if we have more content creators, is even better. So yeah guys, this is going to be my answer to all of these questions, how you can get more speed ups in Call of Dragons, from where I get my speed ups in Call of Dragons, and etc. Some of the places is little hard to be achieved, like VIP 15. This is the majority. This is the place from where I get my majority of the speed ups. But yeah, just the picture, the whole picture over from where I have that much speed ups. So don't forget to like the video, also subscribe if you're new here and you enjoyed the video, and also you're enjoying Call of Dragons content. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.